Hello everyone, this is Montasir from Acuario and today I have come to you with another shrimp video. And in today's video I'll talk about, can shrimps live without any kind of external food? Okay, so if you have a shrimp tank, then you might be wondering if your shrimps will be alive if you don't provide them with any external food. Now, um, the answer is not straight. In my experience, in most cases, the answer will be yes. Okay, so to understand if shrimps can live on their own without any food, you will have to understand what is the primary food source for shrimps. Shrimps mainly live on algae and biofilm. Okay, so now inside this tank, it's a mature tank, so there are lots of algae and biofilm all over the tank, but we might not be able to see those algae and biofilm. Suppose this driftwood, okay, this driftwood has biofilm all over it. That's why you will see shrimps grazing on the driftwood. Okay, let me focus on it. Yes, you will see the shrimp is grazing on the driftwood. Why? Because there is biofilm over it. Similarly, there is algae, biofilm and micro organisms all over the sponge filter here, and shrimps will graze on this all day long. That's why shrimps primarily don't need any external food sources. If you have a matured tank, if you have a large sponge filter with it doesn't necessarily have to be a sponge filter, but you need a filter with a large sponge area, because sponges gather all the particles of the tank and they grow algae and biofilm over the sponge. That's why shrimps will graze all over the sponge all day long, and they will eat those microorganisms. Okay, so sponge act as a natural food source. Not the sponge itself, but the sponge accumulates those food particles and the shrimps graze on them. Okay, so if you have a large enough sponge filter, if you have moss in the tank, if you have some kind of plants in the tank, and if you have some decors in the tank, in all of these cases, and if the tank is matured enough to grow biofilm and algae, in those cases you might be able to keep your shrimps alive without any external food sources. But let me emphasize on the point that just because your shrimps are alive doesn't mean your shrimps are happy. So to keep your shrimps happy, you will need to provide them with some kind of external commercial food that will provide them all the necessary nutrients, minerals and vitamins. Just algae and biofilm don't provide them with all the necessary minerals and nutrients. Okay, that's why at least twice a week I provide them with some kind of shrimp sinking pellets or shrimp lollipop or some kind of commercial shrimp food, so that they can get all the necessary nutrients, minerals, vitamins and other important nutrients. Okay, now if you have a new tank and if you are keeping shrimps, and if the tank is not matured, then you can't just let them be without giving any food, because a new tank will have no algae and biofilm inside it. A tank needs time to be matured to grow algae and biofilm all over it. So you will have to give that tank that amount of time. So if your shrimp tank is relatively new, then you will need to keep on providing them food at least twice or three times a week, I would say. And when the tank gets matured enough, then even if you skip giving them food once a week or a whole week, I would say, then it is okay. I guess there should not be any problem, because the primary food source for shrimps is actually algae and biofilm, and a matured tank will grow algae and biofilm naturally, so you will not need to think about it too much. So that's my take on if shrimps can live happily without any food or not. As I have said, the answer is not straightforward. It depends on your in your tank condition, how much shrimps you are keeping, if you are keeping other tank mates or not, and all other things. But generally, I would say yes, shrimps can be alive without giving in external food, but that is not the recommended way. If you want to breed quality shrimps, or if you want to make sure your shrimps are happy and healthy, then you'll need to give them some kind of good commercial shrimp food at least once or twice a week. So that's it for today. Take care, guys. Bye.